Petty revenge on a smelly teacher. My language teacher, Mrs. Harper, was the head of the whole language department at my high school. She was also a heavy smoker, like the kind where you could smell her coming down the hallway before you even saw her. That stale cigarette smell that just clings to everything. Her clothes, her hair, probably her car seats. It was disgusting. One day during sophomore year, she decides to come observe our French class. I have no idea why. Maybe she was evaluating our teacher or checking if we were actually learning anything. But she walks in and sits down right behind me, one row back, one row over, close enough that I could smell that death smell radiating off her. You know that smell, like an ashtray mixed with old coffee and something else you can't quite identify but definitely don't want to. It's lingering in the air around my desk and I'm trying to focus on conjugating verbs while breathing through my mouth. Honestly, I was kind of a jerk back then, so instead of just dealing with it like a normal person, I decided to mess with her. I reached into my backpack and pulled out this white Bic pen, the round plastic kind that everyone had. Here's the thing about white cylindrical pens. They look exactly like cigarettes if you hold them right. So I did. I held that pen between my fingers the exact way smokers hold cigarettes. Index and middle finger, pen sticking up. Then I brought it to my mouth like I was taking a drag, pulled it away, looked at it, brought it back up. I wasn't being obvious about it, no big dramatic gestures or anything that would get me in trouble, just casual movements that happened to be right in her line of sight. Every few minutes, I'd tap the pen with my thumb like I was flicking ash off the end, or I'd hold it up and examine it between my fingers. I could see her out of the corner of my eye. At first, she didn't seem to notice, but about 10 minutes in, she started shifting in her seat. Then she was tapping her foot. Then I saw her hand reach toward her pocket and stop, like she was going for cigarettes, but remembered she couldn't smoke in school. Perfect. I kept going. Pen to my mouth, pen away from my mouth, hold it, look at it, tap it. The more I did it, the more she fidgeted. She was crossing and uncrossing her legs, adjusting her position, pulling at her collar. I could practically feel her nicotine craving getting worse by the second. Our teacher was up at the board explaining something about past tense verbs. Everyone else was taking notes. And I'm just sitting there, casually pretending to smoke this pen, while Mrs. Harper slowly loses her mind behind me. She started checking her watch every 2 minutes. Her leg was bouncing so hard I could feel it through the floor. At one point, she pulled out her own pen and started clicking it over and over. Click, 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 click. She was definitely thinking about cigarettes. By the time we were 30 minutes into class, she looked like she was about to jump out of her skin. Her face was all pinched up. She kept running her hand through her hair. I did one more slow fake drag on my pen. The bell rang exactly 47 minutes later. I swear Mrs. Harper was out of her seat before the sound even finished. She practically ran to the door, didn't say goodbye to our teacher, didn't collect any notes or whatever she was supposed to be doing, just flew out of that classroom and down the hall toward the staff room like her life depended on it. My friend Lisa, who sat next to me, goes, "What was wrong with her?" I just shrugged and put my pen away. But I knew exactly what was wrong with her. She'd just sat through 50 minutes of what probably felt like torture, watching someone fake smoke while she couldn't have a real cigarette. I saw her later that day outside by the parking lot on her break, chain smoking 2 cigarettes back to back.